What's up, YouTube? We're gonna do a hopefully quick install video for you guys today, and that is gonna be this ashtray with the USB charging from Snowbound, or the mounting bracket for the charging from Snowbound Customs, and actual charging or charger from Amazon, which I'll link both of those down below. But let's get ready to Alright, so I have everything here laid out that you need for the install. Some stuff is optional, but first you'll need a screwdriver, a ratchet with extensions, and a 10mm to get your center console out. Here's the actual chargers, and then the cover for it. And then this is the bracket tree from Snowbound Customs. I got this so that I don't have to have it hardwired in all the time. Then we got some extra wiring, because that plus that is not going to be enough to reach all the way to my interior fuse box. And then I got a fuse tap for it, because I'm going to tap the auxiliary fuse most likely. But that should be everything I need. Let's get straight into it. Alright, so first you're gonna see a Phillips screw here, and same spot on the other side, and you want to take both of these out. Also, one other thing to note, back here on the back of my center console, I don't have the heat adjustment for the rear seats, so if you see other videos, they might have how to take that out, but I don't have it, so I'm not going to include it in this video. But once you get both of those screws out, you go into your center console with your 10mm. Alright, so in your center console with your 10mm, just take these bolts out. Alright, so we got those bolts out. It should, keyword should, just pull up now. Make sure you have your handbrake pulled so that it just slides right out. And there's our center console out. If you do have the climate control, you will have a wire that's attached, and you'll have to unplug that, but damn, it's dirty under here. I'm gonna quick clean this, and then we'll get to the removal of the ashtray and install of the charging. Okay, now we're inside, because it's much warmer than out there, but we got our ashtray. Literally just have to push down on this. This comes out. And then gonna have to flip it over. Oh, just spilled a bunch of stuff that I thought I took out. Alright, so there's gonna be a metal tab on each side. And then there's gonna be one right here. Mine has never been touched, so I somehow gotta remove this foam to get access to it, but I'll bend these tabs and get back with you. Alright, so once you get all the tabs bent somewhat straight, should be able to just pry this out from there, and both of these come out. Okay, so now that we got that done, first things first, gonna take the nice powder coated black piece with the built-in nuts on the back, and you're gonna feed the wires through that hole. Just like that. Okay, and then, okay, so it comes with 2 Allen keys. Got 4 smaller screws and 2 bigger screws. So the bigger ones we'll attach this to the bezel. Let's see if I can do this one-handed. Probably not though. No, there we go. Okay, so these holes, just screw it in. Okay, got that one started. Get that started. So I got full wind up, and I'll bring it down fully. Can't see. Okay, taking the screw down. Touch it again. I'm gonna go again. Okay, I'm good. And these are screws that are solid right now. Pretty good, I could install the cover over, which is on this. I want to. So just snap it over. There we go. And then hold it from doors for starting. Alright, this one's covered. Let's see. But if you have a cord in there, it'll get held up. Okay. One thing I just realized. I need to go grab some butt connectors. So I will be back when I go grab those. Hopefully that's the last thing I forget, but I'll probably be finishing this up tomorrow, at least installing into the vehicle, because it's dark and cold outside right now, and I'm nice and warm in here. So let me go grab probably 2 of those. I'll be right back. Okay, y'all. I got my butt connectors that I'm going to use, and I also grabbed my wire strippers, because since I'm using one of these, I like to strip the ends. It doesn't matter which side you use, this side or the connecting side. I'll just use this side. Let me quick strip these. Got both of those stripped. And we'll just red to red, black to black, guys. Don't mess that up. Okay, there we go. There's that hooked up to that, and then we'll bolt this in, and the rest will be done tomorrow, most likely, because it's all going to be in the vehicle. So let's see. I'll pick that up later. Don't need this. Don't need this. I gotta leave the camera. Be right back. Okay, so when installing this, you want the nuts facing away from, so it'll sit like this. But let me just see how I'm gonna do this with and set you guys up at the same time. Okay, so something like that. I'll grab the screws and the Allen key. Try and get one in, so then it's at least attached, and then we can get the opposite one in, so then it lines itself up. This one started right here. I'm gonna do the opposite corner, so then it'll line up, and then I'll install the other 2 with hopefully ease, and then tighten them all down evenly so it clamps evenly. So let's see. I'll just be back when I get that second bolt installed. Okay, so I got a little carried away and just installed all 4 bolts. It was just easier to line up that way, but haven't done anything else other than that. Oh, there's the connector. Here's the other end. I'll have this hooked up to the positive with more of this, and then this will just be grounded to a bolt. But all that's gonna get done tomorrow because it's getting late and I don't want to go out there in the cold and install that right now. I'd rather do that with sunlight, so I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, y'all, it's the next day. We're back in the 4Runner console, propped up right here, and got my fuse tap. And I'm gonna be tapping the ACC fuse right here. I'm just gonna need some pliers to pull out that fuse because I don't have a fuse puller, but we'll get it run to roughly where we're gonna run it. So gonna take this. This is 16 gauge wire. We're gonna run it all the way from where that connector is, like way back in here, under here, through there, up under here, and right to where the fuse is gonna be. So let me get this open and cut how much I need. Okay, so I got them attached here, and then just have the wire running along here through here, and then you can see it under here, and it'll connect to the fuse tap up in here. It's not going to be hanging out like this. I'll hopefully be able to hide it. Connect to the fuse tap up in there. Let me see what I know. I have to connect the ground still, and I'm thinking this bolt will do, or one of these other ones, because they should technically all be grounded. So let me quick see. Okay, so I got the ground wire hooked up to this, and then I just grounded it right here because all these bolts are touching metal. And then, like I said before, I have the wire run through there. Now it's time to install the center console. Okay, so the last piece of the puzzle we need for our charger back here is a fuse tap, because I don't want to do a bunch of hard wiring, but we're just going to tap into the ACC fuse, so then we get power when the car's on. So it's going to be this 15 fuse that we're just going to tap into, and we'll hook our wire that we ran underneath the center console up in there to the fuse tap up in there, and hopefully it works. Alrighty, we got it routed up underneath along there into here. I put in a 10 amp fuse for the actual charger, and if we go back here, the light is lit up, so it has power. So that's this one, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace. Stay safe out there.